Well, President Trump says North Korea's call to end nuclear testing is a sign of progress ahead of his meeting with Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, the president tweeting a lot about this morning, saying that there is more work to be done, though also partially declaring victory. We bring in Cheng with the Heritage Foundation, friend of the show, for a little bit more. Francis Rooney, vice chairman of the House Foreign Relations Committee, on just about an hour ago, saying that he thought the president was perhaps a little too optimistic here. You agree?
I am afraid I do. I think that what Kim Jong-un is saying is he's going to suspend tests. That's not the same thing as giving up his nuclear weapons. And what we've seen in the past is that he has tried to use this kind of maneuver to make the claim that North Korea is a nuclear power. There are legal implications to that term, and we and the other members of the UN P5 have all said, no, you do not get to make that claim. So.
What are those exactly? Can you elaborate a little bit? What gives him that, when he has that authority on the world stage?
Basically, what Kim Jong-un is trying to make the claim to is that we have been pushing for complete, verifiable, and irreversible nuclear disarmament. If he gets to make the claim that he is now a nuclear power, much of that goes away. Now he is like Britain, like the US, like Russia. He says, no, I'm a nuclear power and nobody gets to make you guys give up your nuclear weapons. You can't make me do it either.
President Trump seems to keep harping on this denuclearization, denuclearization, denuclearization. That's what he wants. That's what the world wants, obviously. Kim Jong-un's got a pretty powerful bargaining chip. What does he want? If he's going to give up his nukes, big question, big if there, but what does he want?
In the ideal world of Kim Jong-un, you would see an end to the U.S.-South Korea alliance. The peace treaty would lead to the opening of not only full diplomatic relations, but the removal of all sanctions. And if we're really talking almost the pipe dream level, you would see the U.S. pull out of South Korea and Japan, and potentially even, agree to limits on things like our nuclear capability and our forces on Guam and Hawaii, because he says all of these things threaten me, Kim Jong-un, and us, North Korea.
Kind of sounds like a non-starter.
It sounds like a non-starter, but my question too is, and you brought this up during your interview, Leland, you brought up Iran and the certification. Is that something that we would be looking at? Would we be looking at the same sort of guidelines where we go into the country and check out what sites they have and certify them?
Well, first off, I think that with this administration, the JCPOA clearly is a non-starter as a basis of negotiation. But when you look at what happened in the past with the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, North Korea signed all of those agreements and then proceeded to reprocess nuclear material, build a bomb, and do all of the other things. We have lots of agreements that North Korea has violated. So there's a lot of hope, I think, in some place that we would do all this. But
hope. I like that. I like that way you ended on that. Hope.
Well, we can all hope. Clearly, the president's hoping there's going to be a deal. Dean, I'm afraid we're going to have you back a lot of times to talk about this and the hope that may or may not exist. Thanks for being with us. Yeah. Great show. Obviously, we're going to still watch what's going on in Tennessee for that manhunt. Chris Wallace went over to Paris for an incredible interview with the French president, who is on his way to meet with President Trump this week. You don't want to miss that in just about 3 minutes.
Thanks for watching. Have a great Sunday.